What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up and Chat. I'm your host, Mr. BJ Matthews, aka B. Just before we get started, follow us on YouTube page, Pull Up Basketball Podcast, Spotify, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Follow me on my Instagram, B. Jizzle. Follow my co-host, Instagram, Rick Masters at RickMasters23. Follow us on Facebook. BJ Matthews is my Facebook. His is Broderick Masters, BRODERICK Masters. Follow us on our iHeartRadio as well as Spotify. Let's get it popping. Last night, we had a West Coast thriller between the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors. The Suns prevailed 104-96. So much I need to unravel. But let me just say this. The Phoenix Suns have exposed the Golden State Warriors' weakness. Do y'all know what that weakness is? That weakness is the Golden State Warriors' interior defense. The Warriors have a hard time dealing with bigger guys because they're undersized. A lot of reason they're shooting so many threes and a lot of times they're successful, making those threes is because they don't have really an inside scorer and inside presence without James Wiseman. Even with James Wiseman, they're still, average in the middle, in the post, in the paint. So what the Suns did very early and what they did during the late stages of the game, they got DeAndre Ayton, the Suns center for the Phoenix Suns. They got him going, kept feeding him the ball. They couldn't do nothing with him. They throw the ball over top of Draymond Green or top of Steph Curry, and they were trying to play defense, help defense and stuff like that, but they couldn't, do nothing with DeAndre Ayton because he's 7 feet, right? So they couldn't do nothing with him. And then you had Chris Paul, the leadership of Chris Paul, who kept the guys and kept the team in line once Devin Booker got out in the first half. The Suns have the depth, the outside shooting, as well as the leadership qualities of Chris Paul to defeat the Golden State Warriors in the playoffs. There are only one or two teams that they can beat. There are only one or two teams that can beat the Golden State Warriors in the playoffs, and I believe that's going to be the Suns and the Clippers if they're full strength, and of course the Nets if they get Kyrie Irving back. Those are the really only 2-3 teams that can beat the Warriors in the 7-game series. I don't believe the Lakers can beat them because they don't have the shooting or the personnel to beat them. The Utah Jazz don't have the spacing to beat the Golden State Warriors. I think Donovan Mitchell is a good player, but I don't think he's a superstar. The Mavericks don't have the depth to beat the Golden State Warriors. Pretty much no other team has the depth. I mean, Milwaukee might have something to say, but they don't have the depth as well. There's just too many things you have to do right against Golden State to beat them. And the Suns have everything, the formula to beat the Golden State Warriors. This Suns kind of reminds me of that team, the 2018 Rockets, that took the Warriors to 7 games. This is how the Suns remind me of. So I think that they have a chance. I feel like they believe they have a chance to beat this Warriors team. I think Chris Paul, every time he plays Steph Curry, is going to go right at him. I think that Devin Booker, I picked him to be my season MVP. And you're seeing right now that his season is up there, top 5. I don't know why they don't mention Devin Booker. I hear a lot about Kevin Durant. I hear a lot about, Luka. I hear a lot about, Steph, Giannis, who are pretty much deserving. But Devin Booker's season right now, he's up there with, those guys in the top 5 because they have an 18-3 record. They have the best record in the NBA. So I think you have to put Devin Booker in that MVP discussion. But we'll see. They play against the Warriors on Friday in Golden State, so we'll see what happens. Just the outside shooting of Cameron Johnson, Miles Bridges, and let me say this: Miles Bridges took Steph Curry out the game. I think Steph shot 3 for 21 or 3 for 22. It was his worst shooting performance, over 20 shots in his career. So I saw a lot of the plays of what happened. Miles Bridges used his length, being 6'6", 6'7", to disrupt Steph Curry. And that's what you have to do. You have to be physical with him. You're not going to stop Steph Curry. You're not going to stop him. But you have to make him work to get his shots because once he goes across that half court line, he's a threat. So what they were doing when Steph was getting those screens, they were pushing him, they're elbowing him, they're making him feel the game. So what that does is that Steph Curry is like, man, I gotta work tonight. I gotta work to get my shots, and he has no problem working. But it's just like you have to make it tough on Steph Curry because once he gets it going, the momentum shifts automatically to Golden State. So Klay Thompson was not there. He's gonna definitely move the needle. James Wiseman, I think DeAndre Ayton matches very well with him, so I'm not really concerned with James Wiseman. Iguodala, what I'm saying, it doesn't move the needle, and neither does Jordan Poole. He moves it a little bit. He's not really, the virtual asset. The virtual asset is Klay Thompson once he comes back. So we'll see what happens, down the line. I think they play each other 2 more times. They play each other Friday. And they might play each other again. I think I don't know if it's in Phoenix or Golden State, but they do play each other, I think, 3 times. So we'll see what happens, the next 2 times they play. I think Klay will be back. So it'll be good to see. But those are my thoughts on what happened. I think Phoenix is gonna match up with Golden State very well. I think they believe they can beat Golden State in the playoffs. What do you guys think? Do y'all think Golden State is the head and shoulder favorites over everybody in the league? Or do you think there's a couple teams in your opinion that can match up with Golden State? But that's all I have to say. Pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull up. Peace. Out of here like swimwear.